If you're like most people, Social Security will be a big part of your retirement income. And if you want to maximize your retirement benefit, it might make sense to delay when you claim. That's because you can get a raise of up to 8% per year. But waiting to take benefits isn't appealing to everybody. So let's talk about the pros and cons, and that way you can figure out what to expect and maybe what pitfalls to watch out for. The Social Security Administration assigns you a full retirement age based on when you're born, the year of your birth. And that doesn't mean when you're allowed to retire or should retire. Your full retirement age is the age at which you would not get reductions in your benefits. So if you take your retirement income early, you're going to get less each month. Likewise, if you keep working after you take benefits and you have an income, you could potentially face reductions in your benefit until your full retirement age. Things also get interesting if you wait until after your full retirement age to take your retirement benefit. And that's because, again, you get those increases of up to 8% per year. Those increases happen from the time you reach your full retirement age, or FRA, until age 70. So there's no point in delaying beyond age 70. By the way, I'm Justin Pritchard, and I help people plan for retirement and invest for the future. Down in the description, there are some free resources linked to that cover this topic and give you some more pointers. For most people approaching retirement these days, your full retirement age might be age 67. So that gives you a couple years to delay. Now, in this case, they have an example, and the full retirement age is age 66. Their full retirement age benefit is $1,000, or for every $1,000 of benefit, if you want to assume a bigger benefit. If they were to claim early, they would have only gotten $750 per month. That's a 25% reduction. But you can see this 8% raise if they delay by 1 year, and that continues for several years until age 70. The nice thing about that higher monthly income is not just that you have more money to spend each month, but if you have a surviving spouse who takes over your benefit and it has been increased with those delayed retirement credits, your survivor will get that bigger monthly income as well. So not only does it affect you for the rest of your life, it could also affect a surviving spouse. Another advantage of taking that higher benefit amount each month is that occasionally the Social Security Administration adjusts how much you get each year. Those are called cost of living adjustments, COLA or COLAs, and if you get one of those increases, it'll be based on the bigger amount you're getting. In other words, if you delay for a bigger benefit, those inflation adjustments will also be bigger. A couple of things to know about delaying, though, is that if you have a spouse who's taking a spousal benefit off your work record, so this is not a survivor benefit, but a spousal benefit off your work record, that person would not benefit from delayed retirement credits. Instead, their benefit is going to be based on whatever your benefit is at your full retirement age. It might also be nice to know that every month counts, so you don't necessarily need to wait for a whole year and get that 8% increase. If it makes sense for you to claim on some other schedule, maybe 6 months or 19 months after your full retirement age, that's perfectly fine. Each month gives you a small credit that equates to 8% per year. Technically, it's 2/3 of 1% for each month. But if you claim before age 70, you might not necessarily get that full amount until the next January. So be aware of that if you're doing some budgeting. So what if you already claimed benefits early and now you want to get a bigger monthly benefit from Social Security? Well, it may be possible to suspend those payments and start taking advantage of some of those increases. But you can only do that once you reach your full retirement age. And again, it only happens between FRA and age 70. So if you're not yet at your full retirement age, you may need to wait. But if you have reached that, you've got an opportunity potentially. Now, when you're planning for retirement and thinking about putting off Social Security, it's crucial to get Medicare right. You don't want to enroll late. If you miss the deadline, there is a steep penalty, and that can last for the rest of your life. So it's important to check with your employer, especially if you're still working, maybe putting off claiming. Check with your health insurance provider and ask them exactly what you need to do and when so that you enroll in Medicare on time. Definitely triple check all of that. Now, if you stop working but you're not yet at full retirement age, or you want to delay a couple of years, how exactly do you make that work? That's a tricky situation. And the answer might be that you spend from your assets or your retirement savings for a while so that you can eventually get that bigger benefit. There are some pros and cons of that, and it take some careful planning, and you might also want to watch what the markets are doing. If there's a steep decline and that's going to result in you more or less decimating your retirement savings early in retirement, then that's something you might want to avoid. So you want to do some planning and monitor what's happening out there so that you can make a smart decision. Now, what if you're concerned that Social Security is going to run out of money, and so you want to claim early and delaying just doesn't make any sense to you? That is certainly a scary thought, and a couple of thoughts on that. One is the video that pops up here is going to talk more about how Social Security might or might not run out of money, but it's also important to know that if you do claim early, if there are reductions in Social Security because the system is struggling, your reduction would be on a already reduced benefit, versus if you delay and get a bigger benefit and then it gets reduced, you might have more money each month. So it's a tough decision, and I hope this has been helpful for you. If it was, please leave a quick thumbs up. Thanks, and take care.